We're here again for Daily Race C, Catalunya in the Group 4 cars. We've got a detailed lap analysis of an alien lap. It's Julia La Pilote or Pilot with a 147.411. Now we're going to get straight into this lap guide this week. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavy braking zones. 2 of those braking zones you're going to hold on to that 100% braking power. The others you just want to peak it for a short moment. Now here we want to be braking at this fence post just before the 100-meter board, turning in where this little Marshall stand here is on the left, and we want to get into third gear. We want to go third to fourth over the second part of that chicane, and then at this corner we want to be lifting ever so slightly. You can shift down to third gear and then back up to fourth where that fence ends on the right hand side. So for that first corner, you want to be using 100% braking power, get into third gear for 70 miles an hour, and then for the second part is fourth gear at 90 miles an hour. Now for this part, you want to brake just before that scaffolding goes across the top of your screen. You want to be getting into third gear, dropping down to about 60 miles an hour, keeping it quite close to the curb on the inside, but making sure you don't get onto the power too early because you don't want to get pushed off the edge of the track there. Now here you want to be braking about a car's length, half car's length before this tyre mark. You want to get your left tyres over that curb, not too much, and then you want to make sure you utilise all of that exit curb. You can abuse the track limits here, but you will get a penalty if you go too far. But that's third gear at 61 miles an hour and then second gear at 48 miles an hour for those two. Now here you want to be braking just at this white paint on the curb. You want to be getting down to about the mid 70s. You want to be getting in third gear, and then you can abuse the track limits on the second part of that chicane. And now at the top of this hill in fourth gear, you want to brake just a little bit. You want to get down to, again, sort of the mid 90s, low 90s, and you want to use the exit of the corner there, and you can abuse the track limits to get your exit. You don't want to go too far. If you go too far, if you get your tyres too far over to the left, you will get a track limit penalty. Now here you want to brake, there's a little post and then there's the fence post. You want to brake at the fence post. You want to get into first gear, 40 miles an hour. You can again abuse the track limits here, but if you go too far you'll get a penalty. Now here you want to brake at this tyre mark. You can use a couple of the tyre marks there on the road. There's a few. You want to get into third gear. You want to hold 60 miles an hour as you go round that corner. That's your apex speed. And then here you want to turn in on these tyre marks just after them. So get the car over the top of them and turn in. You can really cut that corner on the right hand side. And then here you want to be braking where there's this double tyre mark on the left. Down into fourth, and then again you want to be hitting sort of the mid to low 90s. The higher you can keep that speed, the more you can carry through there. I've seen people take quite a lot of speed through that corner. And then we're flooring it to the finish line. So that was a 147.411. Now here is the sector cheat sheet. I've done it this way this week, but you've got all the apex speeds and the gearing there. Now race strategy for this one is interesting. I was watching a few streamers today and they were doing it slightly differently. So they were racing with the racing hards for 1, maybe 2 laps, and then the racing mediums for the rest of the race, or doing it the opposite way round. So they'd have the racing mediums for 9 laps, 10 laps, and then finish 1 lap on the racing hard tyre at the end. Now you can only do that if you pick a car that has decent tyre wear. If you pick cars that have bad tyre wear, you will lose out and that won't work. So you do really have to choose your car wisely. The Citroen GT can do that type of strategy, and the Alpha 4C can do that strategy. I don't know about many others, but there will be others that have a decent tyre wear doodad, and you'll be fine. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay cool, and I will catch you next time.